Good morning, afternoon, evening, and everything in between. I'm the Canadian, back with an update video. Today's updates, we're going to be looking at the layouts and the progress of the 50 sub special. Starting off here, we've got my main layout here, currently being worked on. Some hefty changes to it. This whole section here, I have taken a rotozip saw, cut out, put a piece of hardboard in there, painted it, and that's the new lake. And I started painting some ground cover around. And of course, over here, I don't know if that's not supposed to be there. It's where the ferry terminal is going to be. I'll have some buoys here marking out what's going on there for the ferry. Over here, I'm going to move this over just a little bit. A little bit like a marina, then a beach over here. And then double track bridge, like this whole around along the edge here, around here, probably about up to here, and then it turns into regular track there. It's all going to be a bridge. So I have put in an order with a store I deal with called Plaza Japan, not sponsored. So yeah, I've got put an order with them, so that should be showing up within a week there. And then I've just been, this was all covered with like foam board to like raise the ground a bit to emphasize the old lake. That's been all taken up. It'll be replaced, but it was reused. It was getting gross and just crappy looking, so pulled it all up. Found stuff underneath that I've been slowly chipping away, like a bunch of putty here. I've just been taken up and started painting ground cover here. I wonder where that came from. And then just gotta clean up the rest of it. But yeah, of course, at the same time, I've been working on the 50 subscriber special. And at the same time, I've been doing a little bit of remodeling. For example, I think this is the first time you guys are going to be seeing it. This is the first part of my remodeling. Did a recent trip to local IKEA. So 1.5 hour drive down to Coquitlam. Coquitlam? Port Coquitlam? Coquitlam. And got this. I used to have a big cabinet bookshelf here. Got rid of that. Placed it with this. All books and stuff in there. This is going to be the new film area. So no more will I be filming on the kitchen island or in our living room with the aquarium going on in the back on the TV. That'll still happen when I'm on that layout. But all my filming, when this is all done here, it's going to be here. And then, of course, I have my Transformers stuff. Some of it here. Spoiler alert, some items for the 50 subscriber special are on those shelves. But that's also not all, because I'm also going to be continuing the remodel to, by the way, I'm in my bedroom. This section here. That dresser's going to go. The wall's going to be painted. That shelf is going to be changing, but I have to be very mindful of it because the layout is hooked onto that shelf, which then goes over to there. So that's going to be fun. But yeah, the wall's going to be painted to the same color. It's going to go all, eventually this whole room's going to be painted. New display shelf. And then that's going to be all redone, more organized, and hopefully not look like a clusterfucked mess. And then, of course, I have display shelves up there. That's going to be redone. Some of the stuff up there I'm going to get rid of, send to a local thrift store. Not you. You stay. I'm pretty sure your stand is stuck to that shelf. But yeah, I'll have shelves around there, painted, with more stuff up there. I'm probably going to put all my Gunpla up there, seeing as how a lot of my Transformers stuff won't go up there, won't fit. I mean, maybe some of the newer leader classes will, but if we're talking old leader class, like, that boy, he's, yeah, they're not gonna fit. So, yeah, with that, let's get on to some of the other stuff going on. Okay, here at the experimental layout, not much has changed, but there has been changes of note. Again, ooh, shit. You're not supposed to be on your side. The yard here has been completely redone. I've completely redone the loading track and the ramp. I started painting the water. It was kind of a paint experiment, henceforth the experimental layout. Put some screws in here to mark where the little posts go at ferry terminals, plus a little lighting marking buoy. One of the most notable notes here is this new building. This is a Keebri structure. And I painted it for BC Ferry colors, and it's now the main terminal tower that looks over... Oh my god, that's dusty. I just vacuumed this like 3 days ago when I worked on this. That looks over the lanes. Designing a building for that. And I might get rid of this little small lane there to extend all that. Might have some seating area, some trees. I'm also looking at lighting. I'm going to have some stadium lights in around. Another thing working on here is where the walk-on passenger terminal building is. I started scratch building this from, it's all like leftover pieces of styrene. I might bring out the old Google SketchUp and design something and convert it to an STL file and find someone who can print it out and have it 3D printed. Another thing too is I'll have walkways here that goes to there and then crosses down here for walk-on passengers. That'll be another thing getting from Plaza Japan. I think it's actually an airport piece, like airport gangways. And then another little thing I've gotten here, besides placing random signs all over the place. Got some new barriers here. I got 2 more in design. This sign here, did I glue this in? No, I didn't glue this in yet. This sign here, marking for the ferry terminal. One sign is stationary. Thank you for sailing with BC Ferries. Please drive safely. The other side is the message board. Now, something I did with this. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Okay, if you notice this sign, possible sailing weights. The 3 o'clock sailing is full, and it's now currently ticketing the 4 o'clock at 67% and the 5 o'clock at 47%. I need to stop moving the camera. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I can change this out for another one that says no sailing weights, now ticketing the 9:45 at 37% full, 11 o'clock at 54% full, 12 o'clock at 43% full, and 1:30 at 56% full. Or sailing cancellations, check bcferries.ca. Now ticketing the 12 o'clock at 52% and 1:30 at 27%. All these I designed, they're all made out of balsa, except for that dowel. I made kind of like a little T-joint kind of thing. And then as you can see, the way that it's designed, I can just drop it on the floor. I can just grab a sign and just slide it on like so. Ta-da! Kind of genius in my point of view, but But yeah, there's going to be some other stuff going on here. This layout, again, is layout-wise is basically done. Terminal-wise, oh, there's always going to be something going on there. But yeah, detail-wise, yeah, I've got some lights looking at. But other than that, there is one more change going on. So let's take a look at that. Okay, now we're at my dad's HO scale layout. And he's been pretty busy as well with his. In fact, I think he's done more on his layout in like the last week than I have in like the last month of mine. So, taking a look at what he's done, this whole center section here with what's going to be 5 industries: fuel, freight, plastics, cold, and there's going to be another tanker facility down there. Yeah, he's wired and lighted this all up. So there's that. And his latest expedition is he's done this. He's making a mountain with tunnels. Yeah, he's been busy. He's been busy. He's pretty much done almost all the track work. So he's like, I want to get the scenery stuff going. So he's done these. He did the same thing I did. He's having a lake here, but this was 1/2-inch plywood. He took a rotozip saw and just cut out where it's going. Took a same thickness of hardboard. Stole that from me. The hardboard, not the idea. I stole the idea from him, but he stole my materials. And then made up these hills here. And he also had one on this side too, where the yard's going to be, or where the yard is. So yeah, and then he's going to be putting in tunnels around that corner, coming out where that spray bottle is there. Just to give this layout, you know, a mountainous look and make it not look all flat. And then his lift out section is literally just tied haphazardly, because this is heavy. This is pretty heavy. It is 1/2-inch plywood. Yeah, 1/2-inch plywood, 1/4-inch plywood, maple. Yeah, not light at all. And then some more. I think that's 3/8 plywood. Two pieces of 2x6s. Yeah, it's kind of heavy. So he tied it up so he doesn't have to lift it all the time. Again, that hook's starting to bend. So yeah. So that's been the updates as of so far. I've been pretty busy again. I've been working. Summer's here, so work has definitely gotten busier. A lot more people are coming in. Again, 40-hour weeks, sometimes a little bit more. Sometimes I gotta get that overtime. So yeah, I've been working on the 50 subscriber special. As you saw in my last short that I did. Hold on. There! That's better. So, what was I talking about? Right. Pretty busy. Working a lot. 2 days off a week. Sometimes 1 because they can. Working on the 50 subscriber special. As you saw in my last short video, it was the Transformers video that won the poll with a whopping 6 votes. So, working on that. That'll be out around the end of July. And then, of course, working on the layouts as well. I want to try and get everything as much done before the end of July, because I am going away for a little bit in August. So, as infrequent as my videos are right now, like I was doing pretty good and then I ran out. So yeah, they're about to become less frequent for a little bit. Sorry. But, you know, I'm trying to get a life too. I didn't have a life before this, and then I started this. And yeah, and then I started realizing I need to get out more. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, that's pretty much everything going on. Again, like this video. I'll always be checking out the subscribe if you want to see more, of course. Leave a comment down below, thoughts and opinions. Check out my community tab on my channel. I have that up and running. Some of you guys have seen what's going on. I need a haircut. I know, shut up. And again, check out my Instagram. I haven't showed that page some love in a while. And again, I keep saying that I'm going to be changing that. And I still haven't showed it any love. So, you know, if you can, just give it a follow and I'll do something. I'll do something with it. Not delete it, because that's associated with this channel. But, you know, I'll do something. And, yeah, with that, I will see you in the next video, whenever that will be. Yeah.